Hi, everybody, and welcome to Good Day Arlington, live on NBC Sports Chicago. We are here live every Saturday at 11 a.m. Howard Sudbury, Alyssa Ali, joined by the one and only Eddie Olczyk. And I love having Eddie on because he has glasses like I do so he can read. Alyssa doesn't have to use
Just wait, young lady. Just wait. Just wait.
It's all coming.
Well, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Always great to be here, especially on a great day.
Yeah, it is a great day. I think I'm due for a really good day today, guys, because last night I lost my phone, and somebody found it. It was on my desk this morning, so I thought I'm out of commission. Nobody's going to be able to get in contact with me. And then I lost my voice when I woke up this morning, which probably makes you happy. But so I should.
It was annoying.
My luck should turn, right?
Absolutely. Well, things do happen in threes, from what we understand.
Yeah.
So, phone.
Oh well, thanks.
Sorry. Maybe I'll
phone,
win.
throat,
Yeah.
and maybe
Sudbury
pad the
versus
bankroll.
Ali. Alyssa wins all the races today. That's your three bad lucks.
Thanks for the optimistic tone there, Eddie. You've played horses for years and years.
Yeah.
You started when you were a young guy. Days like today, when there's a lot of money in the pools and there's a chance for a big jackpot, that's really when your juices flow, right?
Well, it does, because I think any horse player out there, Howard and Alyssa, as you both know, always looking for value. But sometimes, as horse players and handicappers, you get a little greedy, and you always try to, go for that 8 to 10 to 1 shot instead of saying, what's wrong with a 5 to 2 or a 7 to 2. You have to take what the track gives you every once in a while, and especially on a day like today where the pools are going to be enormous. You got to pick your spots, and you can be aggressive, but sometimes you do have to take the 9 to 5, the obvious horse. But if you're playing those pick 3s or pick 4s or daily doubles, you might be able to get something on the back end of it. So that's really, money management is obviously very important, but philosophy to me on a big day like today, you can pick your spots, but you can still make a lot of money even though you take the favorites.
And as you talk about pick 3s and pick 4s and daily doubles, for people that aren't avid horse players, convince them or tell them that if you put in some time, you can make money in this sport.
Well, you can, because at the end of the day, you don't have to invest a whole heck of a lot, especially when you're playing those type of wagers. The pick 3, the daily double, say for example, it's almost like a parlay, but you might get a little bit more better value if you do bet the daily double. A pick 3 where you got to pick 3 races in a row, so you can use 4 horses in one leg, 1 in the second leg, and 3 in the other. And if you play it for $1, you do the math, it's only going to cost you $12, and you have action for probably about an hour and 15 or hour and 20 minutes, and the payout could be pretty substantial. And then when you get into the big 4 mandatory, payout right, in pools, a certain amount. That's to me is where you really look and really try to pad the bankroll over the course of a day or a weekend.
Eddie, as you said, it's such a big day, such an important day here on Million Day at Arlington. What are you looking forward to the most? Obviously, you're putting your wagers together. We'll talk about our picks in the next segment, but it's a big day here, and you love joining us on Million Day.
Well, it's always great, and it's always great to be out here with you both and all the great racing fans. I mean, this is the biggest day of horse racing in our state, without question. And I'm here working today as well. I'm not only going to be working the windows, but I'm going to be working for NBCSN. I'm going to be on the desk this year with Nick Luck, Kenny Rice, and Brittany Ertner will be. So if you can't be here at Arlington today, you can watch us on NBCSN at 5 o'clock. So I'm a little nervous. I'm on the desk, actually. So this is only my second time I'll be on the desk for our horse racing team at NBC. But I'll have all my wagers in well before, and I'll have to worry about trying to give some picks and some winners out over the course of the day.
You'll do great.
Yeah, you definitely will. I'm on the desk right now. Unfortunately, I'm in the left seat.
Yeah, it's such a hard job, Howard.
No credit at all. There are 5 big stakes races today, as Eddie was talking about. The big 3, of course, are the Secretariat, the Beverly D, and the Arlington Million, 36th running. And we thought we'd take a little preview and see what they look like.
We will begin with the Secretariat Stakes, a 1.25 miles for 3-year-olds. This race launched many horses to stardom in their careers. Analyze It, trained by Chad Brown, has won 3 out of 5 career starts with 2 seconds. In the Belmont Derby, he was nipped by Catholic Boy. And a close third in that race was Hunting Horn, another top contender in this Secretariat. In the Grade 1 Beverly D for fillies and mares going 1 3/16, the remarkably consistent Sister Charlie is the favorite. But on June 8th at Belmont, she was beaten by another Beverly D contender, 4-star Crook. And Daddy's Little Darling was third, and she gives it a go in this race too. Sister Charlie comes in off a win in the Diana. In the 36th running of the Arlington Million, last year's impressive Secretariat winner Oscar Performance is back, raking from the far outside. He has only run one time this year, but easily won the Grade 3 poker at Belmont. Trainer Chad Brown sends out Robert Bruce, a horse bred in Chile with 2 starts in the States. In his last, he was beaten 1 length in the Manhattan at Belmont, but he had a very rough trip and performed a lot better than his 6th place finish would indicate. This is an evenly matched race full of talent, and a big upset would not be a shocker.
I tell you, that gets me all fired up coming later on this afternoon. Eddie, let me ask you a kind of a personal question. When you first met your lovely wife, and then you started to have kids, what did they think the fact that they had to deal with the fact that you were a horse player? How did that work out?
Well, considering we just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary a couple of days ago, actually on a day, 2 days before my, 2 days after my son got married on Saturday, so it was quite a weekend for the Olczyk household.
Congratulations.
It came with the territory, Howard. She knew I was a horse player. I actually named the horse after my wife in the mid-'90s, a horse that broke her maiden here, actually, here at Arlington Park in, I think it was September of 1991. The name of the horse was Diana O. And yes, my wife's name is Diana. And she won her first race here by 5 or 6 lengths that day, and it's something I'll never forget.
Once you named the horse after, she had to be completely invested in it, right?
I would hope so.
She
grew up 55 miles away from Churchill Downs, so she had
was already in.
Yeah, she
was in her blood.
Hook, line, and sinker, or whip, halter, and saddle, right?
Yes. You get involved with Eddie, you're going to have to go to some horse races, I can tell you that, or at least let him play them. Well, last night, the Cubs didn't get a hit until the 6th inning, and they won. And the White Sox also won. Let's get our ESPN 1000 Sports Center update from Fred Hubner.
The Cubs did not have a hit against Jeremy Hellickson and the Nationals with 2 outs in the 6th inning, but a 13-pitch walk by Anthony Rizzo led to Washington walking the bases loaded. Jason Hayward drove in a pair with a single. Cubs got another run on a bases-loaded walk in the 7th and beat the Nationals 3-2. John Lester against Tanner Roark today at 3:05. Cubs leading the division now 3 games after Atlanta beat Milwaukee 10-1. Southside Carlos Rodon continued his hot pitching. 8 innings of shutout 4-hit ball against division-leading Cleveland. Daniel Polka belted a walk-off homer, giving the White Sox a 1-0 win over the Indians. James Shields against Trevor Bauer tonight at 6:10. In golf, the 100th PGA Championship, Gary Woodland, a 1-shot lead as they wrap up the 2nd round after it was suspended due to rain yesterday. WNBA, Courtney Vandersloot, 20 points, 15 assists. Chicago Sky beat Connecticut 97-86. And in soccer, the Chicago Fire look for 3 points as they host the New York Red Bulls, 7:30 at Toyota Park. From the ESPN 1000 Sports Desk, I'm Fred Hubner.
All right, Alyssa thinks this job is so easy. Now she gets to do the weather.
Yes, your job is not hard. I need to lay that out for you one more time.
What do you all think?
Everyone is laughing because it's true.
How's the weather?
The weather is beautiful out today, folks. So there, I did my job very well. Awesome weather. Come and join us. Gates are open here at Arlington, racing all day. First race at 12:15, Howard. So couldn't ask for better weather. Now we need to pick some winners.
No question. We're going to do that next. We have 12 races today. We'd like to remind you of our next Party in the Park After Dark. We love these events. And they're very popular, and the party continues after racing. The next one is 90s Night on August 31st. Check out the VIP ticket at arlingtonpark.com. This portion of Good Day Arlington is brought to you by Tito's Handmade Vodka, the preferred vodka of Arlington. And next, Eddie, Alyssa, and I are going to take a closer look at today's biggest races, including the 36th running of the famed Arlington Million.
I love the Breeders' Cup Win and You're In series.
To win one of these challenge series is a way that we kind of map out our schedule throughout the year with our horses.
If you win one of the challenge races, you have a very good horse.
The King George, which is our Win and You're In race, provides the top middle distance horse in Europe. We saw Highland Reel run in both races.
We know when we show up at the Breeders' Cup, we've got the world to beat, not just everybody in the United States. Breeders' Cup Challenge, win, and you're in.
And we are back live on Good Day Arlington on NBC Sports Chicago. Howard Sudbury, Alyssa Ali, and Eddie Olczyk. So why don't we get into the big three races, the grade ones, the top of the line.
Yeah, we've got to pick some winners here. We're going to all take a look now. We'll start with the three grade ones here. The Secretariat Stakes, we'll take a look at that one now. Guys, let me know what you think. We're going to see a graphic come up with all of our picks. I'm going to number 13 in here, Hunting Horn. What about you guys?
Well, I'm going to go to another horse that Hunting Horn I gave a strong consideration to. I went to Analyze It. Been beaten the last couple of times out. I think with the right move, it was by a tough horse named Catholic Boy, will probably be the favorite. So I am on Analyze It, and I'm getting ganged up on.
Good.
The only thing I'm concerned about with Analyze It, Howard and Alyssa, is that in the last two races, just kind of hung a little bit.
Sure.
I
like
looked at that.
70
Yes.
yards from the
Yes.
from the line. And that last race, I was working because that was Belmont Day, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yep.
Analyze It cost me a lot of money by hanging there to Catholic Boy. So that's the last two times. One time, which happened prior, I was like, okay, maybe not. It won't happen again, Chad Brown, right? All of a sudden, it happened again.
Yes.
Went by the leader and then just kind of hung there. So that to me is not a good pattern. Chad Brown, obviously one of the elite trainers that we have on any surface at all. So I'm going to go with Hunting Horn. I think it'll be a little bit closer. Obviously, the one horse Real Story is going to be, on the lead, trying to stretch out and get that 1.25 miles. But I'm hoping Ryan Moore will be a little bit more aggressive and keep Hunting Horn a little bit close to the pace and try to mow him down in the lane.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
13 hole bothered me, being the far outside.
I don't think there's. I don't think there's a lot of pace in this race. So I
Right.
think Ryan Moore can just get good positioning right
Yeah.
away. Just hurry the horse away from the gate a little bit. Get position. You're not gonna outrun the one horse and Analyze It. He's
Right.
gonna be very close. So if that horse is sitting, if the 13 is sitting third or fourth in that to start the race,
Yeah.
I'll take my chances from there. Yeah.
And the turf course today is good?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
And that's also kind of a little bit why I picked Hunting Horn, knowing that we did have some rain.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So let's take a look then at the Grade 1 Beverly D, the 29th running of the Beverly D here at Arlington. Guys, I'm going with the 7 4-star Crook in here. What about you guys?
I am going with 4-star Crook as well. I mean, 4-star Crook right now. Why, you disappointed?
Yes, because I need to beat you today, not tie you.
4-star Crook, she's won 2 out of her last 3 races. She's always right there. It's a very competitive race. I mean, another Chad Brown horse in there. Interesting that none of us picked Sister Charlie.
Right, obviously it's kind of between both of those, having raced each other
Going to be the heavy
back
favorite.
and forth.
And
Yeah.
I want to hear your thoughts on Donna Bruja because I have a note on that horse.
Yeah, I just think that the way that the race is going to play, and I love the move to Valdivia, the jockey on this horse, the 4-horse, where I don't think that this horse wants to be on the lead. I think this horse is better when she is coming off the pace a little bit. She'll have a target. The one horse, Daddy's Little Darling, I think will be forwardly placed. There's no doubt with Chad Brown he's got 15 horses in this race here.
Yes.
I mean, even though it's a 9-horse field.
Yes.
The key to me of the race is the 5-horse Theus. With Florent Giroux, I think that this horse is the rabbit of the race to ensure a very quick pace in the race for your pick for Sister Charlie. And I'm hoping that Donna Bruja can sit that trip and get first run on both of the other brown horses. So Daddy's Little Darling, I think it might sit the golden trip, and we might be overlooking a horse that's probably going to be 10-1.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with Valdivia and Donna Bruja in
And
the race.
I talked to the trainer of Donna Bruja. I said she will not be on the lead. So he's going to take her back to her best style.
All right,
Alyssa, the
let's take a
million.
look at the 36th running of the Arlington Million, folks. We're trying to pick you some winners here today. Come and join us at Arlington. Guys, I'm going with the Chilean horse, Robert Bruce, the number 10 in the, okay.
Oh, a trifecta right
That
down
is-
the road.
Wow. So
Three
you know
of
what that means?
Yes.
Play every other number
Yeah,
besides
exactly.
the
This
10.
is not good. Not
That's
good
what
at
that
all.
means.
Yes.
And we had no conversation, by the
No.
way, when
No.
it came to that.
We did not.
You picked it up beautifully on that video pack that you showed a little bit earlier. Robert Bruce had, a terrible trip, especially the last 100 yards of that last race into Manhattan. Unfortunately, we lost 2 horses in this race due to scratching. So that's good, I think, that the 10 can move into post positions, maybe get a little bit of a better trip there. But I just thought the last 75 yards, that horse absolutely exploded through the lane. So that's what I'm banking on, is that can be able to finish up strong and win the 36th running of the million.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you another horse I'm going to keep an eye on. That's the 5 Century Dream coming in from Europe. Got beat, ran very well at Royal Ascot. I'm afraid of that one.
How about the 11 Oscar Performance? What was your thought on that?
Well, you know,
horse?
I can't, I don't really, he's going to be the morning line favorite. I think he's going to be tough, but for some reason I just went another direction.
I heard Brian Lynch, the trainer of the 11, talking about Oscar Performance. Somebody asked him the question, do you think your horse is better going, you know, for talking about the Breeders' Cup Classic, going a mile and a half in the Breeders' Cup Classic on the turf, better a mile and a half, and he said he kind of thought a mile.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
very
is.
interesting.
All right, Eddie. Have a great day
Thank
on your
you.
broadcast.
All right,
Thanks
thank you.
for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I hope you
Appreciate
win a lot
it.
of races.
We
I
hope
hope
so.
we all win with
Hopefully
Robert
everybody
Bruce.
out here wins as well.
I do too.
That's why we're here.
We thank everybody for coming. Thank you very much, Eddie. And we'll take a break right now. And one of our Family Day partners is the Chicago Wolves. We invite you to come out for Wolves Day on the 25th. And in our exclusive horses and hockey ticket, you can meet and get pictures and autographs with Troy Murray. This portion of Good Day Arlington brought to you by the Daily Herald. For the best in local news, weather, and sports, check out the Daily Herald. The next, he played on some of the Bears' best defenses under Lovie Smith and has quite a story to tell about his life after the NFL. That is Israel Idonije next on Good Day Arlington.
As an owner, I love the Breeders' Cup Win in Your In series.
To win one of these challenge series is a way that we kind of map out our schedule throughout the year with our horses.
If you win one of the challenge races, you have a very good horse.
The King George, which is our winning in race, provides the top middle distance horse in Europe. We saw Highland Real run in both races.
We know when we show up at the Breeders' Cup, we've got the world to beat, not just everybody in the United States. Breeders' Cup Challenge, win, and you're in.
Welcome back to Good Day Arlington on NBC Sports Chicago live. And Eddie Olczyk was great with his handicapping. We have another terrific guest. This is Izzy Idonije, who played for the Bears for many years, had a long NFL career, and we welcome you to Arlington and to this show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Are you going to be in the best dress contest later?
No,
You're
no,
looking
that's all you. That is all
Hey,
you.
you look pretty good right there.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now. Have you been to Arlington before, and have you been to the races?
I have not been to the races. This is my first time.
It
and
is.
Wow. Incredible. Just even looking at the field and the arena, what do you call it? The track?
The facility.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah,
It's-
off the charts.
It's really something. So, the Bears just went to camp. They played 2 preseason
Yep.
games. Do you miss the game this time of the year? Is it out of your blood yet? How do you feel?
You know, I was fortunate to play 11 years, and the body, you got to listen to your body, was just telling me it was time to hang up the cleats. But whenever that preseason starts and you start watching the games, and you do get a sense of, you know what, maybe I could have, you know, got one more year out of these old legs, you know, and just I mean, the energy around the game. I was fortunate to go up and be up in Canton for the Hall of Fame game, that first game, and just the energy around the season and the game with the city. It's really contagious.
So you played with Brian Urlacher,
I did,
obviously,
yeah.
and he just went into the Hall of Fame. So tell me your experience with him on and off the field, what kind of a guy he was, what kind of a teammate.
You know, Brian truly was a one-of-a-kind athlete, leader, and just a person. You know, I got to Chicago, I was 21 years old. He was one of the first guys to invite me out to things he would do and really show what a pro is like. You know, I often say there's 2 schools of thought in professional sports. There's guys who are doing it the right way and help guys understand what the responsibility of being a professional athlete are like.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys. He did it the right way, how he carried himself. You know, no one asked him to bring the guys together on his own. You know, all the talent and the ability he has, he's still, I mean, the work ethic that a guy like him had, you know, young guys like myself coming in, you know, you look to that and you try to emulate some of those key aspects of the game and preparation that allow a guy like that to be so successful. So I was fortunate to be a part of that journey, a part of one of the top 10 defenses in the NFL for that decade of sports.
No question.
And it was really just an honor to be a part of that ceremony, to watch him, you know, being highlighted and celebrated for all that he meant to not just Chicago, but really to the NFL.
Absolutely. You talk about Brian obviously kind of being a role model to you. Tell us what you're doing, though, now with kids and just, you know, you're a role model now.
Yeah, I think, you know, I do think that the platform of sports, with that you have a responsibility to lead. And, you know, I think to have only left the game and to be known for blocking kicks or making tackles would have been a shame. So now off the field, we're just trying to give back with our time, our energy, and with the network we have. We do a number of things primarily focused on kids. We have a program called If Code. You know, there's going to be over 2 million jobs in coding and computer technology in the next few years. So we're literally just taking kids that might not have any interest or know anything about it, teaching them the language of coding and hoping that will economically position them for jobs in the future. And it's been exciting to watch these young kids come in, building games, learning how to develop websites and build the back ends of these systems that we all will be a part of in the future. Every company in the future will be a tech company.
Yes.
So, you know, just trying to facilitate, foster that, and help our kids.
That is
All
amazing.
right. Izzy, we're going to quickly name the horses in the million and let you pick one out by a name, okay?
Let's do it.
So, the 1, Circus Couture.
Okay.
The 2, Almazar. Read these for me, Liz. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, dear.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
Okay. It was the 3, Almanar, 5, Century Dream, 6, Cacho and D, 7, 24/7, 8, Money Multiplier, 9, Deauville, 10, Robert Bruce, or 11, Oscar Performance.
Well, I'm going with number 7, 24/7. So 7 is like my life number. That's like my lucky number. I was number 70 in high school. You know, 74 with the Browns, 71 with the Bears, 77 with the Lions, and I'm going with horse number 7.
Yes, 24/7.
Wow,
24/7.
Number 7,
That's
24/7.
If you get it right, you're going to get paid a lot of money.
Oh,
It's
again,
gonna be a
okay.
long
All right,
shot.
I'm going to put some money on him today.
All right. Israel Idonije, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks
Appreciate
for
it.
being here,
Thanks.
Arlington.
Good
We
luck today
appreciate
with
it.
everyone.
All right. We're going to take a break right now. A lot more horse racing and fun at Arlington the rest of the season after the million. We run through the 22nd of September. On August 26th, bring the kids out for one of our theme family days, Dino Day, Dino Day. It's dinosaur is what it is, Alyssa. Featuring amusement rides, kids activities, and more. Dino Day, August 26th at Arlington. Stop laughing, Alyssa. This
can't.
portion of Good Day Arlington is brought to you by International Hair Designs, the official hair and makeup artist of Good Day Arlington, and we'll be back with more. And Alyssa can continue making fun of me right after this. All right, welcome back to Good Day Arlington on NBC Sports Chicago. Howard and Alyssa. Alyssa's still laughing at me for calling it Dino Day. You know, Dino is the name of the dinosaur on the Flintstones.
That's what you're going to go
correct.
with?
That's what I'm going with
All
right
right.
now. All right, what is Arlington Million Day, Alyssa? There's a lot that goes on, and here's a sneak preview of all the entertainment built around the races.
Comes to Arlington, and that includes the best horses and jockeys, along with owners and trainers. It sets up a day of non-stop festivities. The ground shakes with an ovation as the one and only Jim Cornelison performs the national anthem as only he can. It's a day that the stars come out, with Chicago's biggest celebrities here to witness the world's biggest races. It's a day to dress up. It's Chicago's Kentucky Derby. and a fashion contest as competitive as some of the races. But hanging in the park in shorts and t-shirts is a good way to go too. The food and drink is as good as it gets. And this year, in between races, major country artist Eric Paslay will perform his biggest hits in a million-day concert. It all builds up to the main event, and the Arlington Million never disappoints as the horses fight to get to the finish line first to take their place in racing history.
So the main event, of course, the races out on the track. Best horses in the world are going to be here, but as you can see there, Alyssa, so much more going on, including a big concert today.
Yeah, that's our first time doing something this big as far as a huge concert on Million Day during the races. So we're really excited. Eric Paslay, country artist, Grammy nominated, will be playing here at Arlington today. So come and join us. It's free with general admission, Howard. The best dress contest, the food and beverage, and then of course the horse racing on the track. It is the must-attend event of the summer. And lucky for you watching, you still have time to get out here.
Yes, and as Eddie Olczyk said earlier, you can win, you can make money.
That's also the thing.
And who knows, Izzy might be right with 24/7 at 40 to 1.
If Izzy's right, I will be like crying in the pad. I will just be so happy in the winner's circle.
All
I would
right.
be happy tears.
Yes, you're happy anyway. Let's recap our races in the 3 grade ones. Okay?
All right, yep. Let's do
All right.
Secretariat. I've got
Secretariat.
the Hunting Horn.
All right, that's the 13. I have the 9, Analyze It.
And the Beverly D, I have 4-Star Creek.
As Crook.
Crook. I wrote Creek.
4-Star
So now
Crook.
you said Dino, I said Creek.
It's the 7.
We're
yeah.
tied.
We're doing the best we can up here. Same horse, and in the Arlington Million, the 36th running.
Robert Bruce.
Robert Bruce for me as well. So we want to thank our guests, Eddie and Izzy. It was a lot of fun visiting with them, and that gives you an idea of some of the celebrities you see out here. Mike Ditka's coming today. Ozzie Guillen's coming out today. Jim Cornelison sings the national anthem, so it's going to be a great, great day of racing and entertainment.
It's a great day. We're really looking forward to it, so we hope you can join us here at Arlington. We are racing through all the way September 22nd, so there's still some time to join us, of course, throughout the summer and fall.
All right, we're almost out of time. How many mistakes did I make today?
I'm going to go with like 4.
4. That's not bad
Yeah.
at all. And you had 2. She keeps track every week.
I had
for the
1.
audience. We got a
I
big
had
audience
1.
out here. You had 1.
1.
Oh, yeah? I
Yes.
think it was more than that
Nope.
anyway. So we got a big day of racing, 12 races, which is great. So if you miss on the first few, you got a chance to make it up.
You can make it up for sure. A great day here at Arlington. We hope you join us. Howard, I'm excited. We're going to have a good day.
All right, that's it for Good Day Arlington. See you next Saturday at 11 o'clock, NBC Sports Chicago. Thanks for watching.